Let's get ready to
Ripper fight!
What the hell is even that?
That is one big pilot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Why are you running?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
We're communists.
Woke.
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
I'm cured! Praise God!
He vatored! He vatored!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
For a modern gaming audience.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Welcome to Nerd Wars. Sorry about that. Welcome to Nerd Wars.
Please clap.
Welcome.
Beautiful.
The applause is mandatory, but the internet connection is not. My 5G hotspot tells me I don't have data, so who knows? Badger, how's your internet doing today?
Fantastic. Everything's going fantastic.
I
bet.
Everything's coming up, Badger. He got back from the meetup, so he's still a little energized, a little fired up.
Yeah, I got back from the meetup, even though Chris offered to give me free Comic-Con passes and put me on the panel. But, you know, things being what they were, it was a little short notice, and I had to politely decline and just take the beautiful experience I had. Shout out to everyone I saw yesterday. There's a lot of you. Really good. Not as good, though, as this beautiful Canadian below me.
Hi. I just got in. I went out somewhere and
and don't worry,
tonight.
even though it's spoiler free, I haven't seen it. I feel like I have because I love you, Anna, that Star Wars girl, but goddamn this woman for posting almost all of the cameos. Don't worry, there was plenty of talk about her at the meetup. So I opened Twitter and almost every single cameo was spoiled visually, instantaneously, even though I knew about most of them. But yeah, did not hear anyone complaining about that movie.
No, it was. I can't wait for you to see it because it's a lot of fun.
I am seeing it tomorrow after
God,
pre-FNT and before Badger Din, which Erwin will not be able to join us. But again, this beautiful Canadian down here will, and Leon will be joining us for a while before leaving and going to do Neon Leon, really, and we all just raid over there.
Scooby.
It'll be, and of course, Mr. Tech Rat, who was oh so famous.
All the homies are here. I love to see it. You know what else I love to see? Some Deadpool and Wolverine. I would say, so I had given Deadpool a 9 and Deadpool 2 an 8, which Gooch thought was overrated for Deadpool 2. A lot of people think that would be overrated. Yeah. For this, I want to put this at an 8 and go ahead and knock Deadpool 2 down to a 7.5. So definitely no Deadpool 1, but man, I was happy. Gooch, tell us. You have a lot of thoughts you want to get out.
Well, Deadpool 1 was fantastic. It was like a 9 out of 10 for me. Deadpool 2, 6.5, 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's like 7. I think I can give it.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. There's a lot of flat areas in there that just didn't hit with me. This movie, man. Oh,
fudge.
There, you're for your fucking internet. Tomahawk, for this better turn that frown upside down. Tomahawk for
God.
Tundi.
I told him I got halfway through Gurren Lagann, so instead of him saying, oh, that's good, I'm really proud of you watching so many, he said, I need to think of another anime for you watch. And I'm like, no, have mercy. He didn't have mercy, and I'm here for it.
No, he'll
we're
beat
doing
you mercilessly.
anime after this. Just throwing it out there, Tomahawk.
Well, with the Acolyte not having any scissoring, and there should have been. Well, technically, there might have been scissoring. It's in the director's cut because we don't exactly know how those twins were made. But they're not being having any scissoring. How about adding an anime that has a massive set of scissors? Is a large bullet point. Are you ready for Kill La Kill?
Yes, I literally was going through and saw it, and I'm like, man, I need to watch it. And then I saw like another version of it, and I'm like, man, I need to watch it. So yes, it's on the list, Tomahawk. Thank you so freaking much. I'm working on it. And I will say, Rocky, The Godfather, and Aliens is what I got next for my movies. Holy shit, what a lineup!
I'm curious what you're gonna say about Rocky and Godfather.
You got some. We all got some emotional damage, right? Now we're curious.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy in that movie? That's all I want to know.
He was a mob enforcer.
I know. And then he loses at the end. Like, oh my God, You guys are about
Does
to
he though?
hate my
Does
take
he really
again.
lose
Does
at the
he?
end?
I don't
Does
know.
he?
Maybe
Don't
it's a
spoil it.
spiritual.
Jeez.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
Kill
I
la
will.
Kill.
Yeah.
Genuinely
Yeah.
excited. Just finished yet another One Piece book. Got 6 more on the Broke arc, and I don't know how the hell they're going to do that live action. There's like the Broke Works is a bunch of different kind of like assassin people, and some of them are so freaking weird. I don't know how the hell they're going to do it in the live action.
Just saw that at GameStop. I almost
Yeah.
bought that
Fun,
for this one, but
Yeah.
I wasn't
dude,
sure
that is
if
good.
you had enough space for that big. It's a little etiquette breaking to buy
I
something
got no
that big
space
of
for
a
that.
statue.
I got no space.
It's
That
awesome.
being said, I do have a box that is currently filled with a certain Ultimate
Oh,
Edition
phrasing.
Batman versus Spawn for him, and maybe there's a certain Batman figure, and there might be a Grogu thing that I just added. Just
Ears
saying.
already got ears, but yeah, I've got the 2 spaces that I've put like all the knickknacks, and
Now you just need some patty wax.
they're the next ones to go. I've filled it up. Once those are gone, I've filled it up. I need help. And thankfully, Tomac has sent the help to Hundy, bro. That's insane.
Wow,
Yeah.
Tomac. That's awesome.
He needs it because he is Frank Gorin all over that stream. Look at you.
Yes, I know. Well, the problem is, so I set up the 5G, but it's not like connected to a phone, and that just like breaks AT&T's brains, and they don't know how to make it work, which is the problem first time. And then it was a huge cluster, and then I think my auto pay that was supposed to go through did not. So I probably just didn't pay my bill. AT&T,
Sorry,
I
Graf.
can't wait to go back in your store for an hour.
I didn't pay my bill.
Because you can't log on to their... I haven't been able to log on to their website, to my account, for 7 years. I got a new phone number. I'm like, finally, I'll be able to log in. No. It just tells me, like, it's the login information's incorrect. And it's like, no. I can call you. Me and the internet and technology, we don't work together very well. I will say I very much so like this Spawn figure. Once I jammed a bunch of folded up paper underneath it, so it wasn't leaning back like a G-lean about to fall over at all times.
All right, we are streaming because the meetup and the release of Wolverine Deadpool and how sold out it is in a certain spot made it necessity to switch some things around.
There's only one showing today, and it was at 3, which is when we normally start the stream. So
thankfully mine is tomorrow right between 2 shows, so I can do it.
All right, so Gooch, we don't have you for long. I want to hear more thoughts on it without doing any spoiler. Cameos, I was quite happy with cameos. If we want to start simple and then go into
you
more
guys know
story
about
and
all
stuff.
the cameos in this movie, or
I mean,
I just saw it.
Yeah,
there's the
and I don't want
cameos
to
from
give
the trailer. Yeah,
I literally just I'm not going to say anything. I literally just got, like, these guys know, I literally just got in the door from the theater.
Here, I'll ask it from someone who knows but doesn't know. Are the cameos just jingle, jangle, jangle, or are there little substance to them?
I cheered multiple times.
Yeah, the cameos are done really well. There's some cameos in there. I'm like, I literally said, "Hell, fuck yeah!" And I was just, and everyone's like started laughing. They're like, "Yeah!" Like, it was a nerd fest in the theater. The girl sitting beside me, she was dancing. She got in her seat and danced. She was so excited. The guy beside me was like pumping his foot. Like, it was a really good time. Actually,
Does anyone remember laughter?
They do.
Yeah,
now. It seems
it was like when I
back.
saw Rocky Balboa in the theater, and everyone was like, "Rocky, Rocky," and I was like, "Oh, all my Italian friends."
A noted villain,
uniting
Rocky
together.
Balboa. Yes.
A lot of laughs in my theater. Your theater enjoy it too?
Yes, a lot of laughs. A lot. There's dancing. There was like some shout outs. It was an amazing experience, to be honest. The story, it is what it is, and I knew that. But if you turn off your brain and you're just like watching, like, the pacing is unbelievable on this movie.
Yeah,
holy shit.
Story not so much, but structure and pacing really good. Maybe not that Deadpool 1 pacing and structure is like fucking perfect. I wouldn't say it was perfect, but for what it is and how lost in the weeds they could have gotten, I think they did a really good job.
So let me ask you a question. Andor, good story, shitty pacing.
Yes.
Deadpool, bad story, good pacing.
And 2 hours.
Or maybe mid-story that's made up for by good pacing and fun characters.
I don't know if it's a bad story.
Because it's TVA.
Like,
who watched? Did you watch second season of Andor? Or
yes,
Andor, of Loki?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of potential in Loki season 2. It's just, I don't know why they went that route, because like when I think of Loki, I think of him as like he's the ultimate villain. Like he will play nice, but he has a mischievous plan behind that.
There's
niceness.
always a
scheme.
scheme.
Yeah, a scheme.
Yeah.
And so I didn't like that, but this felt like it played off of that, and of course, there's like your typical trope throughout the movie. But I mean,
buddy cop.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, okay. Well, then that's
I
my
wouldn't even
next
say
question.
buddy cop. I wouldn't even say buddy cop. I mean, people can say that, but I would say it was more of a definitely nostalgia bait. A lot of quick humor, like unbelievable humor, and I mean zingers. I mean really good zingers. I was like, oh, they went there. Oh, they went there. I was like, they're going there.
Is it more than like what's their the dynamic between Logan? Is it like 48 hours?
That's what I wanted to say. Well, it's not
good
buddy
call.
cop, but their relationship was fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah. 48 hours. That's a good call. I would say it like that.
Thank you.
Definitely like that.
Erwin, have you seen 48 hours?
They weren't too jangly, in my opinion. I was quite excited for a bunch of them. I can't wait to talk about them. But
me too. Tomorrow, if we're going to talk about it,
tomorrow night on Badgerton for sure we will be talking about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple. I'm just like I literally went. I went fuck yeah, and I was just like, oh boy, this and it wasn't a quick little cameo. Like the cameos in there were actually used well.
I believe Chris Gore referred to it as the co-stars, or the cameos are co-stars.
Yeah, they were actually co-stars.
You can put air quotes on that if you want, but I just took that to mean as more than just a simple, hey, look, remember the thing?
There's some hey looks too. The very first
figured there
one,
would be,
which is one of the best ones, yes. But then there's some team ups with them as well.
Cassandra Nova, I thought was going to be a huge issue with it.
No problem for me. I thought she was fine. I liked her. Could have been, but wasn't.
Well, that's a bar to get over.
So she's a co-bad guy, obviously, because you got to have two bad guys, and she wasn't quite compelling. But it's like I didn't want time with the villain. I wanted time with Deadpool and Wolverine, and you get all the time with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. She actually pulled it off. Actually, I would say she pulled it off, because there was a time where I thought, oh fuck, here we go, and it's like, nope. Okay, all right. They're going to stick to it. And
what annoyed you, Sonya?
I mean, she's a woman.
I don't want to give it away.
She's a woman, and women hate other women. That's obvious. What's going on here?
Well, the thing I like most is so she can't just normally read minds. She's got to do the thing you see in the trailer where she sticks her finger into Wolverine's forehead, and she does a lot.
She has consent before she went knuckle deep, or she just went right in there.
Well, she literally gets all up in there, and the CG of like fingers going through people's faces.
Hypocrisy.
And stuff was
My Hero Academia kind of. If you know My Hero Academia,
I've obviously well versed in My Hero Academia. I've seen every single episode.
Explain that to us. What Gooch is saying.
I agree with Sonya. There's times where you're like kind of off put by her, but
is this Professor Xavier's sister?
Twin in the womb. Yeah.
So the place is all like the scraps essentially, and like the 20th Century Fox characters. If there's some X-Men you've been wishing you could see, they get a couple in you've been wanting to see.
Oh yeah.
One of my personal favorite X-Men as well.
Practicing her cross draw.
And X-23, because everyone knows she's in it.
Daphne Keane.
She was great. She was really, really good.
She was just more than that little fucking pep talk.
I liked her.
This movie is brought to you by the Honda Odyssey.
Yes.
Because he's like a used car salesman or whatever at the beginning.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Yeah. So
I had to get the bucket. Because I have the Deadpool one. And then I had to get the Wolverine one, so now I have them together.
And
like
we're wondering about the Logan timeline and whatnot, and so this is like a rando Wolverine, like we were thinking. But they do obviously mention the Logan from like timeline and the beginning scene where they do like they do in the first and second, where they give you a little bit of that first action scene, and then they kind of freeze frame it, and then give you some backstory, and then come back to that moment. And that fight is fun. And I will spoil one of the songs. A lot of the songs were really good. Some were, but the that song, I will spoil, was In Sync, and it was actually pretty great. And
Yeah.
and Deadpool does the dance from like the music video, video. The, bye 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 no, or like, no.
So two things. One,
it worked for me.
there is a bucket, I believe, but it's his head sideways, and it's a drink and popcorn holder. But the great and powerful Scooby Pup asks, did they get Lady Deadpool right? And is it who we thought it was? We already know it was. Yeah, of course.
I think they did. But I mean, again, I can't really say anything. But it was definitely a cool character.
I enjoyed the dog as well. There's like the main alternate Deadpool, and no spoilers on it, but I was quite happy with that long-haired, beautiful character.
Yes, that was so good.
Now, I think this is a sort of a point of view question in the eye of the beholder, but I think she means is was she scarred up? Did she look like a topographical map of Utah?
No.
What I can't say, there's no unmasking. That's what I can say.
That body. The dog. I did enjoy the dog pull.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what came with the dog pull is funny too.
And then obviously, they do have the moment where all the various variations of Deadpool come out, and I was pretty happy with that. And the fight scene for that, I don't know if they were going for like Old Boy or something, but they did like the 2D fight, like going through like buses and stuff.
Choreography has fucking sucked for years now.
No, this is really good.
I do, and the fights, are there like? Is there a story to the fight? Is there a beginning, middle, or an end? Is it generic? Do you have any stakes?
This fight, when I say it's brought to you by the Honda Odyssey, I mean it's brought to you by the Honda Odyssey.
So Scooby, I don't think you see the face.
Is top notch. I was surprised by the choreography. I was like, holy shit, this is really good.
Good, because that's what I'm worried. If the whisperings are a true and a course correcting is a coming as best we can expect, this is certainly going to be, like we've said, a first step in the right direction.
All I can say is this is the first time I think I was like, this is the Wolverine we've been wanting for the longest time.
Oh, and they make
fuck out of here with
they
that
make
cuteness.
the whole costume like a part of the story, and his like reasoning for why he like wears it and stuff is really good.
Oh, and the shout outs. I can't even say it, but
and then there's the moment where he finally just like pulls the hood up from nowhere, and when he does, I cheered when that one happened as well. I cheered multiple times. Wait, so Gooch, you said Deadpool 1 you'd be a 9, 6.5, 7 or whatever for Deadpool 2. Then what are you thinking for this one?
I would. Oh God, it's because it's so entertaining.
Yeah, it's
tough.
definitely
It's
more entertaining than like.
This is before you rate
story.
it. This was sort of my question. How are we feeling at the end? Are you?
I'm going to see it again. I'm going to see it again.
No, but I'm saying
we'll be seeing it again.
Are you content with like, oh, this was a nice end for Deadpool? Or are you like, wow, I can't fucking wait to see what they do next?
Is this the end of Deadpool? Like, are we going to believe that?
Well, as Deadpool points out, they're going to make Hugh Jackman do this till he's 90 now.
Yeah. I'm going to see it again next week. I loved it.
Good sign.
Because it's so entertaining. And I laughed a lot. And
well, Jim, apparently motherfuckers were dancing in the streets and clapping cheeks and doing all manner of wild, degenerate things. They were so happy.
No clapping, but most people stayed to watch the end credit end scene, which I actually didn't
we've
stay
all been
for.
trained for that, I think.
TVA wasn't too bad. You know, they get enough to like move the story along, but if you haven't seen Loki, you'll be fine. And
it's tough to rate this one objectively because there's so much in there that
you did just see it.
Yeah, I just saw it, and it hits like a lot of stuff that is dear to my heart.
So what's your day one review that will let you switch up later on? You have a pass to amend this, especially since we'll be talking about it tomorrow and spoiler free. You might change your reaction.
I would give this one a 9.5 as well.
That's right. I was going to say, just say 9.5. Just say 9.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And I thought you were going to be the one who didn't like it, and I was going to like it too much.
No,
that's what you thought?
It's too entertaining. It's just, I was like on sensory, like the dopamine rush was just all throughout the movie. It was just like, holy shit.
You don't have to explain to me about dopamine rushes. This, what you just said, you were that entertained. That's what Nerd Wars' whole fucking rating scale is basically how engaged and entertained he was.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's part of it. I hope everyone else is judging movies by how entertaining they are. I can't be the only one.
Well, objectively, like if you put out the emotions, like in like the nostalgia and everything that I was excited to see, it would probably be like a 7.5, maybe.
Oh, so someone who's never seen a movie before, it's just like you didn't have all the emotional attachment to everything that we do.
Okay, well, when you put it like that, I'd probably give it like an 8.
Okay,
that's what I give it.
Yeah, objectively, because the storyline, it is what it is. Because like if you're going not knowing anything, you're going to be a little lost because of the TVA stuff and some other.
I don't know any of the TVAs. I haven't seen any of that, and I followed along just fine. I was like, why is
it still going?
It's like, why is the fat black woman in charge of everything? That's kind of weird. But other than that, here's a picture of me hearing Gooch give this a 9.5. The humor. I thought the humor could have been a bit better, but you seem to have really enjoyed it.
Well, they I don't want to say anything because like, they went.
Remember, he's a Canadian, so
yeah. Well, and I don't want to spoil, but like some of the jokes that they put out there is like, oh, they're going after.
You wouldn't expect it from Disney.
Well, no, and even when like a character said, "You call me something," and I was like, oh. They're really going for this. I was like, I love this. Like they went there. I was just
they went maximum effort. We got a few maximum effort moments, lots and lots of fight scenes. Probably about as many fight scenes as Tornadoes and Twisters, I'd say.
I want to see Twisters too because I heard it's really good.
Ooh, that's actually what we'll be talking about here shortly because I watched it yesterday and was quite happy. And the main Glenn Powell character is a YouTuber, so I felt represented.
Oh, was that what they were talking about? That he was a YouTuber and he had like merchandise or some shit?
Mm-hmm. But
that's
then,
fucking
you know, at first it's like, oh, he's just full of himself. But then it's like,
well, you gotta self-promote.
Why is he selling the merch? You find a sweet little reason he's selling it.
Speaking of merch, Diabolical Souls present.
Yeah. Well, you're working on getting out.
We got the hoodies. We got the t-shirts. We make you look diabolical.
We got the hoodies.
Yeah. If you ain't got a soul, come buy a diabolical one.
Right. Yeah.
The Wolverines, man, so many moments, and like he does like the bear crawl, like Wolverine, like on all fours moments and stuff.
Bear
like
crawl, yeah,
it was so good.
How did how'd the cowl look?
I thought it looked great.
I cheered when he put it on.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
How long in the movie is he actually masked?
I cannot confirm or deny
around
a timeline.
Yeah.
But it's great when he puts it on. That's all I can say.
I cheered.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I guess as he puts it on for like 2 minutes in one fight at the end. But you know what? It's probably a really good 2 minutes, and we're all going to be real happy with it. I'm sure there's other variants that maybe are masked that they cannot confirm.
Yeah. Well, there's one that is particularly not masked, and he's the main like variant you see, and is he's very.
There's
good.
a couple in there. Yeah.
Is it like a really super cameo to pick of Wolverine? Do we see cigar smoking from anyone?
Yes, we do.
Good, because I know they don't like the.
We see a montage of him looking for Wolverine, so you get to see some good ones.
Yeah,
I was quite happy.
Yeah, me too.
Graf, I don't know why you're asking these questions because you're certainly not going to see it because that is a Disney production and we're trying to get them canceled. You son of no, I know he's probably already got it. By the way, because all the shit was leaked, that means there must be some pretty decently quality. Not that I would ever endorse sailing of high seas, but it's probably already out there. Otherwise, how the hell did they get all those damn pictures? Yeah, disavow. But you know,
but I do have to go, gentlemen. I'll be.
Does he say bub as you leave us?
Hey, bub.
Yeah. No. Does he say bub?
Does he say bub? I think he has to have, right?
He does a few times, quite a few times.
Okay, good. But I will clip you saying it just now.
Like,
so
it's like hard to keep up. Like it was one of those like comedies where
I figured
you're still like laughing and thinking about the last joke to the point where you don't even hear one of the jokes because you're still laughing at the last one.
Yeah.
Gooch, thank you. Do you want to promote anything?
No, well, we're going to be doing Demon Slayer in about an hour and a half from now. So if after this, swing on by. If you like anime, you like Demon Slayer, swing on by, guys.
Scooby Pup, could you hook us up with the link, please? You're the best.
Good
And
peeps over
you
there.
guys are the best. You guys know that. I love hanging out with you guys. Everyone in the chat, you guys rule. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. So
shout out.
See you, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
Gooch will be on tomorrow night since Sir Irwin is busy doing God level things. He can't make it, and we're gonna miss him.
I have to make sure dogs poop outside instead of in the living room for my brother on vacation. But don't worry, I get paid handsomely. I also get a raid. My favorite part is they have so much candy and so much random junk food in their pantry. I come back with like cruise weight or like vacation weight, you know?
Yeah, it's
I
at
get a little
least a
irresponsible.
10-pounder fucking the Lido deck with like, you're telling me that I can ask for a chocolate shake and you just give it to me? Yeah.
All right, so yes, we got to move on before we spoil anything. By that I mean me spoil anything to where
I want to.
I haven't had a chance to read this.
Yeah. I had that just in case you wanted to bring things. But first and foremost, on top of an already beautiful day for Tomac,
Jesus
Mr. ABF has decided that you need some more dopamine because your internet is failing you. 50 Nerd Wars membership. Shout out. I think he just hit everyone here green for sure.
Don't miss. Jesus Christ.
Plus 20 random people that show up will just get punched in the face with a green.
The first three, we got Suns and Shadows, Wayfarer, and a Lizard of Linux Lane. So, like, oh, man, he's in the best. Shrapnel, we finally got Shrapnel. Man, you got everybody. You got Kane.
You look blue, so.
Breezy's, R2-Lee2. Jesus, he got everybody. Oh,
Shout
man.
out,
Poor
ABF.
Graves. James Brighter? I see James Brighter. Can you get James Brighter? Dragonwise just got one.
Hey,
Thank the Lord.
bitch. ABF says, reminder to pay your bills. He doesn't believe your auto pay thing.
Well, I think we set up auto pay, and then she did the wrong. I was there for like an hour and a half or two trying to get the thing to work. I didn't think I was going to get internet out of it, so hopefully it's just paying bills. Fingers crossed. It's still going. Just got Freedy and all the best people. Man, love it. God, we are going to have to find some movies for me to watch. We are at 450 and 2 donos. God bless
Mel,
you guys.
I will have you know that Eternals saved lives. Okay? So really, by not doing Eternals 2, Kevin Feige's a murderer.
What would Ollie's put on their toy shelves if it wasn't for the Eternals, you know?
Oh my God. So
Bare shelves.
on the way from
Christ.
my location to San Diego, saw a
Shout
lot
out,
of discount OSHA figures.
Oh yes, he sent me a picture, and if I see some Acolyte figures at Ollie's, I'm definitely buying them, and I'm probably gonna end up breaking something here when I throw them.
I almost bought you one, but I wasn't sure. I was gonna see if it could go cheaper. I'm sure it can.
When ABF drops a 50 nuke, I can rip them out and throw them all over.
I didn't get it, but they just announced Vanestra Rowe. Are you ready for Picklehead Woman? I might almost get it. I might almost get it just to. Oh, I might have also gotten you a Rick and Morty thing to be sending you in your little gift package I'm putting together.
Excellent.
That's
weird.
right.
It's not letting you drop links. That's so
this?
weird. All right, help
Shout
me
out to
remember
Botha.
to direct people to Gooch afterwards then.
Yes.
Lord Botha, dropping that 99 cents, dog. Let's see if we can get one out here. Oh, fuck. You got a couple extra there, Botha.
Just after YouTube, he's gonna throw 70 cents at you, I think. Shout out.
Hey, YouTube earned that 30 cents. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, not surprising. This
Thank you,
is
Botha.
very similar to what we've heard. Very similar to what we've heard about them starting to maybe course correct a little bit, firing some like writers and producers, and maybe not going forward with some shit decisions like Eternals.
One thing that concerned me was very early in the movie starting, and just like maybe I think the second credit that pop up is Kevin Feige production or something like that. I'm like, no, why would you advertise that at the very beginning? Sneak it in at the end. They did, like in the first two, did a cool, like, you know, the slow motion scene where, you know, the credits show up in random places, but they were actual real credits this time. I realized they didn't just make fun of everyone in the credits. So yeah, Disney must, or Marvel said, yeah, no, sorry. You're actually have to do real ones, because otherwise, like, oh man, he probably would have really roasted them. They do really go after Disney pretty hard, and they bring up the multiverse, and it's like, yeah, we fucked up. And they're like, yeah, the last few have been terrible. So they like directly say the multiverse movies were terrible.
Oh, they're gonna need all the help they can get with what looks like a fucking imminent shutdown of their park, and also a lawsuit that's going forward that is gonna produce some oh so fun discovery that I absolutely can't wait.
What, for Gina?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, just
She's
did
quite happy.
Disney's attempt to say that it was a fucking First Amendment violation or something on their part, which is ironic. That was denied. And so, the judge found merit. That is going forward. Obviously, we've talked about that. But that's going to produce some oh so fun things, especially if we can find out that Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant and demon lord of the Acolyte is the one mainly behind the cancellation of Gina, because she fuck all the things she put about be nice to each other and all that stuff. It's because she didn't put pronouns in bio. And when they finally forced her, she put beat bop boot. And then when she didn't capitulate, that's what put them on the radar. And so,
she's definitely going to go all the way with this because she's got the Elon money backing it. So, why not? And if Elon's backing it, he's going to probably want it to go all the way.
And we just found out why Elon is oh so fucking on board of this, because he's now lost a son to the woke mind virus and the transing, lied to, weaponized compassion, told he would either have a dead son or a living daughter, talked about affirmative care, not knowing that puberty blockers are essentially chemical castration, what they give to pedophiles.
Speaking of,
Disney's sort of fucked.
I did a Mr. Beast video, a Chris Tyson video today. It was immediately demonetized. Haven't had that happen in a really long time.
So mine's not demonetized, but it did not go above 200 views.
Oh,
but it's not demonetized, though.
Mine can't be good, but mine was an instant demonetized. And I was being a good boy. It was all, I was reading all your guys' replies on Twitter, so I blame you guys.
Yeah, no, mine got some decent likes, though, which means my people were watching it, and you guys were voicing your, shout out to Anners, too, who, a lot of puke emojis in that girl's comment about the whole situation.
Oh, she's a doll.
But the point is, really why we were talking about it, just aside from news, is like the fucking hypocrisy of how the Dr. Disrespect was treated, that whole situation, even though there was some wonkiness with that. Not nearly as much protection and coverage as what's going on right here.
That's a 17-year-old, right? This is like 13 and 15-year-old.
And multiple with like pretty on the nose.
And they are who they were the mods and stuff. They are who they said they were. They aren't just like anonymous people. One has come out though and said, this didn't happen. And then we're like, oh, okay. And then the next day someone's like, yes, this is all the terrible things that happened. I'm the other mod. And the other guy who just said it was okay helped me delete everything. However, he did note that Marvel does plan to reference the events finally that took place in the film moving forward. There are, and I think you've seen maybe in a trailer we've released recently, an acknowledgement of some of those events. Certain giant things came out of the ocean. Finally.
The huge goddamn celestial that Gary puts in every single Marvel video to like, hey, remember the big fucking celestial just sticking out that you don't talk about? I've still never seen Eternals. I've seen scenes, and it was soul draining. And I've watched Acolyte.
I watched the Marvels in the theater, and I think I'd rather just go ahead and watch that again than watch the Eternals.
I don't know.
Man.
Maybe I'll watch it eventually, but it was on a little bit TV last night. I was like, what is this? Who did this? Why?
I can't believe it managed to make 400 mil. Marvels was
in total.
Yeah, it was 200 mil, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
So it's still made twice what the Marvels did.
Well, remember, Marvel still had a little bit of juice that it kept draining and draining and draining and draining until now.
You know the number one reason why I don't want to watch the Eternals?
Oh, Booster Gold?
Yes, obviously Booster Gold.
Oh, you mean the fake Jedi from Kenobi? He was the best part of that show, I think.
Oh, if I didn't mention it on stream, I'm pretty sure Jediabetes from the Acolyte is in the TVA. So if anyone's seen Loki, is he actually a character? And what's funny is
66 burger.
He literally stands in the back and doesn't say anything and has the same stupid facial expression from the Acolyte. It's got to be him. And he has the same role, except he has 0 speaking lines in this one.
I don't know. I'm excited to see Deadpool. I am. Like I said, I just want to say goodbye to all the Fox characters.
That's literally like what the whole story is about.
Yeah, that's what the energy I was getting from it.
And yeah, music's good, fighting's good, comedy's good, character's good, story good enough. Yeah, that's probably where it mostly loses me. But that's because they just go so hard into the character. And as I'm learning from watching all this stuff, is I care most about character. So I really enjoyed it.
Okay. Well,
It's
let me
very
ask you
much
something.
a third movie, though.
Now that Gooch is gone, it's just you and me.
Yeah, that son of a gun.
Do they cuck Deadpool?
In what way?
Is she not his girlfriend and she's dating another dude and he's a sad, pathetic loser?
No. In Deadpool 2, he is more the sad loser. But yeah, but that's part of the story because yeah, he tries, X-Force didn't work out. He tries to join another team and it doesn't go very well as you would expect. So that makes him sad. And then that causes some problems. But it's not a win in her back situation, thankfully.
Right.
She actually plays very little role in it, and I was fine because the love interest in this movie is Wolverine for sure. So, yeah, I am totally okay with that.
Look at the Wayfarer with the fucking poster quote. A fun ride for the fans. It was an exhilarating race from start to finish.
Well, speaking of exhilarating races, so occasionally we'll talk about how movies, when they went woke, they were basically just making them for the idiots on the coast. No offense, Badger. And maybe they should make movies more towards like middle America. This movie is like middle America, the movie. I was pleasantly surprised, and I went in with knowing people were liking it, and I had just watched Twister before. I liked it as much, possibly even more than Twister. I said it.
Really?
I said it. One thing that bothered me, though. So in Twister, you've got female with tragic backstory, and then you got the male with the tornado whisperer. So in this one, you think, all right, mix it, switch it around. Cool. No, they make the girl have the tragic backstory, like, tornado killed my so-and-so, and then is also the tornado whisperer.
Interesting.
And it would have worked so much better if they would have just switched it. There was even a perfect moment to do it. So he's a YouTuber, which I definitely felt represented by, and he's supposed to seem shallow, but then, you realize he's a little deeper and deeper. And one of those moments, they're like at the rodeo, and they're talking about, oh, your first tornado. And that would have been the perfect moment to get in there and have that tragic backstory for him. And like, oh, he is deeper. He's not shallow. Like the merchandise he's selling to, like help people out and stuff. So, you think he's all shallow at first, just like a big shot, full of himself, but you learn to love him more. But no, instead they're like, we're going to make the girl have the tragic backstory and be like the girl boss whisperer, and he has to like follow her around. But
You mean
I
they
liked
gave
it.
her agency?
Yeah, well, they gave her too much agency. and I really like their relationship. And of course, so it starts off. And another thing I liked was instead of just having, the tornado chasers good and then corporate people bad, it put each of them in a camp. So you have reason to root for both sides and also kind of not like the sides as well, instead of just like, the corpos are bad. So I like that. He has so much freaking charisma. Holy crap. You're worried about him having the Sam Worthington effect from being in everything. I think he will stick around a lot longer than Sam Worthington, especially if this continues making money.
4DX, the one where they like you have to run into the theater and like throw water in people's faces and shit and put a fan in front of them.
Is that like the shaky seats? We don't have the shaky
I think that's
seats.
D-Box.
Oh, okay,
4DX is
yeah.
D-Box on crack or something. Yeah, that's
at-
what the movie theater looks like.
At least 7 people get sucked into tornadoes. So,
Well, that's
and
what
the
we
amount
wanna
of
see.
tornadoes is very high. You get like 7 like tornado chasing moments. You get to see men like covering women and protecting them and being men and being willing to sacrifice themselves. And
What does this even mean?
I was quite happy with all that. Marvel just smells like Brie.
What the fuck
Brie
does
Larson's-
this even mean? First of all, you
Larson's
goddamn
feet.
sex wizard. You would. All right? You would. We all would. Brie, go attack Zegler. Go attack any of those. Brie has earned her piece. All right? Leave Larson alone.
Leave Britney alone. So, I was pretty darn happy with the two in their relationship. It doesn't end with like, oh, there's no like, oh, they just suddenly kiss and they like each other or anything.
She's cute.
The back and forth goes like the whole time, and in the middle is where they start starting to like each other, and then by the end they're all working together, and then plenty of Latino representation. Like in the first one, you also get a boy/girl who knows character as well. But I didn't mind. It wasn't DEI'd out like crazy. It seemed pretty normal. You even got the old black guy. You got the white woman who looks like she goes to a lot of music festivals and is eating too many hallucinogenics in her life. She flies the drone, which somehow doesn't just get ripped to shreds going around tornadoes. And
there's no such thing as too many hallucinogenics.
So instead of just testing, modeling the tornado like in the first one, she's all about trying to stop the tornadoes.
She has a modern Lara Croft thing going on with the harness.
Yeah, that was attached to her camera. And yeah, I will say she's a cutie.
She's got an Emmy Rossum, Karen Gillan like thing going on.
Oh yeah, here's
as long as she's not insufferable. Oh yeah, no, she's great. Yeah, that's a good look. As long as she's not insufferable.
And she is not insufferable. She got a little bit of girl boss to her, but like that's fine. That's how it was in Twister. A little bit of girl boss,
fine. That's yeah.
Oh yeah, here's this drone that literally like flies around tornadoes and is like perfectly fine. I don't understand.
It's a very powerful drone.
But his truck is great. His truck is practically a character. I loved it. Like literally ramping over stuff, going through all the fields and whatnot. Even better. They're having to sit in the middle of tornadoes. Even better than Twister. What the heck? It was good. I liked it, and they kicked it up a notch, and it's as good or better. I was
that's
not
what a
expecting
sequel
it from
is.
Twisters.
That is what a sequel is.
Literally, everyone's response to Twisters is, "Wait, you like Twister?" And you're like, "Yeah, they're remaking it, and they're calling it Twisters." And then you're like, "Wow, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard." But it turned out it's pretty good. Oh my god!
So like fucking alien, and then we had more. It's called fucking aliens. Put an S on in.
At one point, you do get Fire Tornado. So you got Water Tornado and Twister. They kicked it up a notch. Give you Fire Tornado. It's the Chinese one, I'm assuming.
Oh, they didn't shrink anyone on it, did they?
Mm-mm. Oh wait, honestly, theirs is cooler. Yeah, what the heck? Here, look.
What we got going on there?
Here. So this is us.
Oh, because that looks like the American. That's why.
Oh, wait, the Latino.
Similar.
Let's see if the Latino makes it on there. Oh, the Latino makes it on there.
Yeah, they just that looks like the original poster for Twister, the American one. So that's why they probly did that. It's a bit of a jangle.
It's a bit of a jangle.
They definitely did it on this one.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. This is one where Unlimited Pass for me is. I'm glad I saw it. Paying money, worth it.
I should probably wait till streaming.
If you're just kind of interested, they just had Twister on Max, and I was surprised when it started. The first credit was Universal and not Max, Warner Brothers production. So this is Universal and Warner Brothers apparently.
You think the Rat should go see this?
It'll probably be on Max. Well, I mean,
remember he likes the first one. He was offended that this existed, but now everyone's saying good things.
Oh,
do you think this would turn him?
It depends on the mindset. If he was like, "Oh, I'm actually interested," then yes. But if he's like,
if he went in there open,
then just wait for Max.
Skeptical, open but skeptical.
And you got like the guy, Telmock, man. So you got like a British reporter following him around. He's doing the story about the YouTuber, but then slowly it kind of turns into the story about the scientist. And I like this guy. He's always got the camera doing the YouTube and whatnot. They're always screaming and being YouTubers. It's great. Telmock, man. So this just occurred to me. If current DC made a Batman Beyond movie, yeah, I know. Do you think they would put Bruce's last night as Batman at the start or the end of the movie?
If current DC made a Batman Beyond, have you seen Batman? Have you seen the first episode? How it starts?
No, but back in the day, I definitely watched it.
It starts with older Kevin Conroy, basically in the Batman Beyond suit, and it like fucks up, and he has to pick up a gun basically to point at. And that's like he stops being Batman.
So my answer is I'm getting a little tired of origin stuff, and I want to be in. So let's just say at the beginning he passes.
Let's just have Gotham. Oh yeah. Oh, you want it just in the beginning? Yeah. Well, that's gonna be.
That's what he's saying. Is does he train? Does he step down at the end, or does he step down at the beginning? I say just have him step down at the beginning and get all up in it.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll say that Batman White Knight, the last one in that, where am I at? There, no, god dang it, has a Batman Beyond the White Knight, and that I really enjoyed what they did with this. That's the most recent Batman Beyond.
Which I still have to. All these comics I've been getting. God, so many Star Wars Legends have come in. I was reading Zane Carrick in the Old Republic. Bro, you are fucking Zane Carrick. You are the Zane Carrick.
Good.
Yeah. Not a fuck up like he is, but a lot of the like energy of him. You would like it. It's good.
Most importantly, I really loved Edge of Tomorrow / Live Die Repeat.
All you need is kill. That is the name of the fucking anime. Shout out.
Yes. So this manga was created by the Death Note creator, and Death Note, very popular manga and anime, and it's an adaptation of a novel. But I think it's still this that actually inspired the movie, and it looks very, very different. The girl boss does not seem as girl bossy, much more anime character. This one went pretty high up on the list of things to watch. Mo, who will be here on Saturday. I remind
Mo, if you didn't know that, you're going to be here on Saturday. And
dang it, of course he shows up when my internet's being stupid.
All of Batman Beyond is on Max. So go check it out. It's great. They got future episodes with like the Justice League.
Recently? Does it still hold up?
Yes. Not only do they hold up, but they've all been remastered. Yeah.
Well, I didn't really do the Batman, the animated. I mean, obviously I saw it here and there, but the one I mostly watched was Batman Beyond.
No, and it used to fuck with me because Will Friedle, the guy that plays Terry McGinnis, is the older brother from Boy Meets World. So it always used to mess with me because, as a kid, you lock people into a role. But yeah, no, Terry McGinnis is one of those that, like, he's Batman. He's not the Batman, but he's Batman. And he's commonly loved. And anytime it's not the comic timeline, if there's Batman Beyond, it better be the fucking Terry. We hate when they make it anyone other than Terry.
Yeah, and that's what it is in Beyond the White Knight.
Yeah.
And so, speaking of, this actually works for what I was just talking about with All You Need Is Kill, and it goes into something you are interested in. Earth Defense Force 6, players bash game for requiring Epic Games account to play online, just like the crap they tried to do with Sony and Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Badge?
I'm not a fan. I guess that one is a little bit more understandable than the PlayStation Network shit, because Epic Games is but still, that's what the main complaint of using their store has been. People don't want to make those accounts. We just want to play our games on Steam and stop making us sign up for a billion different things so you can pad your fucking numbers, basically, is why that is.
Currently, only 29% of all reviews for the game are positive. Whoops. How you liking it, Chomok? Oh, wait. No, he's actually, I think, playing EDF 5 at the moment. So,
oh my God, yeah.
So speaking of like ways to kill a game, I wonder if you even are aware of this. I imagine you are. Helldivers 2 has the next thing coming out, Escalation of Freedom, and I haven't seen anyone talk about this at all. The only reason I saw this was that popped up recommended to me on YouTube.
I don't play it. I stopped playing it just because of like, stopped, and it was like, I thought about playing it again and all the hubbub around it and the community manager shit. It was like, no, I don't care. They had Reapers or whatever the hell that was.
Yeah, things that come out of the ground and try to kill you, and there's some new enemies. And Fog, they added Fog. They gave the robot some stuff, but yeah, people don't care.
They ruined their momentum for various different reasons. One thing's for sure, though, is the games that we've got in the pipeline, seems like those are the ones, at least the AAA games with Hollywood's influence. Because I don't know if you saw this, but SAG-AFTRA has called a strike against major video game studios specifically. And this is over the same shit that they were over the movie studios with about AI and using, things like that. To this, I almost say, go fuck yourself. That's fine. Let's go hire new actors that aren't part of SAG yet, and they can go. But also, yeah, I don't know.
All this stuff's getting sent to like Canada and Britain and other places in the West, so they don't have to deal with our crazy ass unions.
Mm-hmm.
Tomok he's liking it, but only 29% of players are giving it positive.
It's
ironic. You screw up your game right there.
EDF is what everyone was saying, like when the whole thing was going with Helldivers. Yeah, I know, it's a Maitland Ward. Topanga. Shout out to Topanga. Yeah, anyway, they were saying, go play EDF. And now EDF is doing a linking scandal, basically.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Next, you're going to find out all their Discord mods are crazy.
Oh, real quick before we
wait.
go on though, I know you haven't seen Peaky Blinders. Really good show.
That would actually interest me, dude.
It's
All the clips I've
really
seen.
good show.
Speaking of like gravitas and like screen presence and whatnot, holy crap!
Post World War London is a very interesting place when you have a lot of vets that come back and gangs and the black marketing of certain. It's a very good show. I will just say it left me somewhat wanting, not a cliffhanger, just sort of unsatisfactory. And then I did research and it was like, oh, they're supposed to have a movie that was tying it up. And then in June we did get confirmation that they're getting that movie with Cillian Murphy, with Stephen Knight, the same guy that's writing the Ray movie, by the way. I'm going to make you all so fucking uncomfortable. Anyway, I hope he does a good job with that one. This lovely lady, you know her from Dune and Mission Impossible. She has joined Cillian Murphy at the Peaky Blinders movie. I hope, dear God, playing his someone to finally get together with him and sire their line and give him a fucking decent ending. Either way, she's joined, and it makes me feel that much happier about Peaky Blinders wrap-up movie. Because watch that show. It's fucking worth the squeeze on that juice.
I normally don't do like period piece drama things, but holy crap, everything I've seen, his acting carries it. Also, I just want to point out, if I had to guess, I would have guessed Wing Diver, because if I'm not mistaken, that's basically the flying anime girl of Earth Defense Force.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Man. So I just finished like the first like half of the like the actual ending of the half season of Gurren Lagann, and holy crap. What made me like anime at first was Dragon Ball Z. After school, watching it with my buddy, and it was like started during the Frieza arc, which is literally just all like for 30 minutes, and then the next episode is just more.
Well, that power up takes a long time. You gotta charge.
And all like Gurren Lagann, like all his powers just comes from like his emotion and his like willpower and his like will to fight and stuff like that, and. Yeah, it's literally just all screaming and like leveling up and becoming more powerful. Fast and Furious putting it into like that secret hidden gear, you know, and it makes me feel things. And it was nice when our entertainment made us feel things. And Deadpool and Wolverine definitely made me feel some things. Wasn't a perfect movie. I felt a lot of things.
Do you think you're gonna feel things for Folie Le Deux?
I thought about bringing this up just because it's so meh.
I think it's funny. So there are going to be a bunch of at least 12 to 15 musical numbers, all probably shared hallucinations. That's what the madness of 2 is. She says that she's changed her singing voice to play Harley, removing the technicality. And I read that to be as, my shit's going to sound basic as fuck. So don't criticize me because I'm singing as Harley, not as Gaga. That's exactly how you pronounce it. Gaga.
I assume most of her music has a lot of effects on her voice, so you're probably just hearing more like her actual voice.
I mean, look, I'll blow her for fucking A Star Is Born. That's a great movie. She's a great fucking. Well, I'd blow her for the other thing too. She's a great actress, really good singer in that movie. So I can't speak to any other ones where she's singing in, and I don't know what they're going to do to her voice. But she does say she's removing the technicality from it.
Joker really didn't feel like a Joker from Batman movie, and this feels even less like Joker from Batman.
It's an Elseworlds. Movie. It's a. They even said it's a black label Elseworlds story.
So we're putting 2 movies on the list. My vote is Beetlejuice and Casino. Thoughts? Or should I keep on scrolling?
Yeah. Well, you've already watched Goodfellas, so you should watch Casino.
All right, Casino's going on, and then I'll let chat decide the last one.
Oh, Beetlejuice! Come on.
Beetlejuice? Yeah, I had to watch that.
Did you watch In the Line of Fire?
No, I ended up watching a bunch of Gurren Lagann, but I'll probably watch that tonight.
Okay.
And then I got Rocky, Godfather, and Aliens. But yeah, actually, dude, I saw the trailer again before Deadpool of Beetlejuice. Oh my god, I want to say Beetlejuice 2, but what I mean to say is Beetlejuice. Arguably an even worse title than Joker Folie Le Deux. It's not even Joker 2. They should
put an S on the end of it. Beetlejuices.
Oh my god, that would actually. I think I would have preferred that.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, ABF agrees with Casino. Well then, yeah, we'll make Casino his choice, and Beetlejuice can be yours. Excellent. And I'll watch them In the Line of Fire tonight. All right, we got about 6 minutos, and then Hypnotic will be raging. So let's see what I want to be talking about.
We get to raid him for a chance.
I know, right?
That's nice. Oh my god, did you got her right?
Wait, what?
Oh,
go
ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
The Mrs. Freeze like intro. Yeah. Go ahead and pull it up.
No.
Wait, what?
Okay. No. Continue. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll find it. Yep.
Some of your complaints was that they race swap Deadshot while they're bringing back his skin from the Arkham games back when he was white. It really just shows how
You are gonna shit your pants.
creatively bankrupt these people are, and they're just like putting these people in like skin suits and then calling it diversity. All right,
Everyone
whip it
hold
out.
on to your pants because you're about to shit them.
Holy shit, I did not see this. Oh
Confirm, Mr. Bug
No,
has
my
confirmed
God.
this.
And so it's Mrs. Freeze, but then it's still Nora, like in the
Yes.
cryogenics, right? So it's
So
lesbian.
you can see this is Mr. Bug. Mr. Bug has been doing all of these, so I have not.
God.
I trust Mr. Bug enough because he's verified enough of these. I had to check. It's fucking real. Now, if we haven't learned with that Acolyte interview about the moist cave and all that, that this really is all about their gender parts and their sexuality and their ideology, what more grotesque? I mean, holy shit, what would the straight version of this be? Fucking flannel and an axe, chopping down trees and shit, like testosterone symbols everywhere? What are we doing?
Yeah, so you would think that she shot ice out of her ice gun, but it's actually puberty blockers.
She shoots it down there, yes.
God,
pride
I didn't
belt,
even think about that.
This can turn off lightsabers for 30 seconds at a time when she hits them.
Oh God, it can turn my lightsaber off. Because it's like, oh no, we are just like trying to like get some representation, and we really like the character, and we really thought the character would be good. It's like a lesbian first and foremost, and then we built this stuff around it. Actually, it's not capital Q queer, and then you see this, and it's like that is capital Q
this
queer.
Is so fucking next level of like they added a pride flag cape.
That's
it's fine, by the way.
Oh
I'm sure people will clip it and be like, "Oh, look at these guys so upset."
Jonathan Kent?
I'm fucking laughing. This is hilarious. This is when no one stops the children from dressing themselves and making dinner, and you get fucking spaghetti with whipped cream and chocolate. It's like, go ahead, keep doing it. You're adulting really well. Great job. Go ahead. And yes, I think this is the main result of this. It's so hard because it's like professionally, this is a great timeline. I've had the best things, but then in the rest of the world, this can't be the balance. This can't be the balance that I get to meet my heroes, but then the rest of the world, we're suffering with this. Painful.
Remember when Rocksteady was like well respected?
Remember when every video game company was well respected for the most part? BioWare, Rocksteady, all the fucking fun ones. Remember when Blizzard wasn't hated?
That was so long ago. Oh my God. I almost forgot that there was a time.
It's real,
like
bro.
that.
Fucking real. I thought it was a modded suit at first, and then I realized that we're in the timeline where this doesn't need to be a Babylon Bee article. It's reality. It's reality. Nothing funnier than in the timeline we're actually living in, folks. See, we're seeing some corrections, though. To be fair, we are, but that's why it's got to get like the worst shit has to come out now, right? Which is great because this is the perfect time for it to come out, right when everyone is ready to like fucking. I'll tell you this much: on that drive from Long Beach to San Diego, I saw a lot of Trump tents selling merchandise in California, and they weren't being mobbed by fucking crazy.
Rocksteady. The Arkham games were made by Rocksteady, right? Who is also a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
God. Yeah, no, Rocksteady did actually no. Rockstar did make some good old school arcade shit too.
Rockstar famously makes the game series Bully,
which is a good one. They also did the Warriors game, which is an awesome game if you've ever played it. Really good fight mechanics. There was no pride. There was no pride vests in that game, unfortunately. Very bigoted and broken. Yeah, I didn't do a video on this because I put it at the end of when I covered that last Ubisoft thing, but Japan is pissed.
Yeah, who would have thought the apology didn't go over very well with them? Thanks to your company, I was able to become aware of the historical changes being made by the forces of globalization against Japan. Thank you very much. We'll just leave that there.
Yeah, they did the worst possible thing by trying to appease them by not doing anything, admitting that, like, oh, we did a lot of consultants. It's like, yeah, that's the problem. You consulted with fucking communists and Marxists and not actual historians. And then they had to admit that it was debated. Now there's this whole revisionist. No one ever said Assassin's Creed was 100% historically accurate. We were saying that the settings, the time period, and events at least attempted to in a framework of a fictional narrative. But yeah, it's no different than when we point out this shit at Star Wars and they go, yeah, well, the original trilogy and prequel trilogy sucked and we're full of plot holes too. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's the Assassin's Creed has always sucked argument, basically.
It's always been lame and gay. What are you guys talking about?
Remember
when Ezio fought the Pope?
So every time I read one of those, by the way. Oh, it's not supposed to be historical things, I just think, well, why did no one tell my co-host with the Assassin's Creed tattoo that then?
Yeah. Oops.
I feel like I trust that guy's opinion on what Assassin's Creed fans think.
It's just a gross reframing of what the reality was. Why did no one complain that Ezio fought the Pope? Because he fought the fucking Pope in secret. And the Pope only became there so he could get the papal staff, so he could get access to a fucking secret underground vault and all that. And it's like, bro, it was all weaved into. No one saw it. It wasn't like a big black samurai walking down the streets, fucking just doing whatever. Like, where's the historical tellings of that man in the very slim Yasuke storytelling?
Yeah,
tiring.
Your exasperation is
it's tiring.
Sums it up pretty well. All right, now wait, did that give me it right?
I'm supposed to slump when I do it.
Will someone else share the hypno stream for me? It's being dumb for me.
Mods, por favor. Which I
I'm
guess
new
was
here.
my mom. Mom, can you share hypno stream, please? And then we will all go do the rating.
Yeah, make sure you call him lots of names. He loves that.
Yeah, call him bundles of sticks and British meatballs.
No, that's bad.
Call him a
We would
Fig
never do that.
Newton. Tell him your favorite brand of Newton is Fig.
Yes, he would love that. He is streaming. We are no longer streaming. An absolute pleasure having you here. We almost hit $500 smash.
Insane.
In
Thank you, ABF.
in 3 super chats.
He modded.
Thank you, ABF.
He modded.
Also, I really want to steal that profile pic. Do you have it on your Twitter? If not, please send it to me. I would really like to add that as an emote. Because thanks to you, we definitely have room for more emotes. I could probably put a lot more on there if I wanted to. All right, you guys are the best. Please go harass Hypnotic for me.
See you tomorrow.
And go see Deadpool and Wolverine. You'll like it.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends.
Oh!
Come on!
Oh!
Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
I'm sorry, babe. I didn't mean that either.
Pre-F&T tomorrow. And then I will not be there for Badgers Inside the Badger Den Friday night, but Gooch and Leon will be there.
And Leon will, yes. And of
then
course,
they'll spoil all of you with all the Deadpool and Wolverine spoilers.
It's a lot.
There's a lot to spoil, too.